Hi, and welcome to the fourth demo video of the Bahmni-SNOMED integration. In this video, we will see how Bahmni uses the SNOMED CT procedures grouped by the body sites to order the procedures for a particular patient. So this feature currently is not available in Bahmni. So we will be implementing this SNOMED procedure for the first time in this Bahmni-SNOMED integration project. So under this, the user will be able to order the SNOMED CT procedures from Bahmni, which are grouped by body sites. Yeah, so in order to upload the procedures into Bahmni, there are some prerequisites which needs to be done before to upload the procedures in Bahmni. So we have a wiki page where all these steps are mentioned here. So in this demo video, we will be seeing the steps to upload the procedures into Bahmni. Once the procedures are uploaded into Bahmni application, user will be able to view those procedures under the orders tab. And then through a body site, the user will be able to choose a corresponding procedure and select it and save it for that patient. Now, currently, let me show how the orders tab looks like. So I'll open the dev.lite demo environment, which is our current Bahmni applications demo server. I'll take any of the patient, open the consultation. So here we have the orders tab. Under this orders tab, now if we see here, so there are certain orders, right? So for the time being, currently only the laboratory and the radiology orders are implemented. So we do not have procedures in our current Bahmni setup. So once the procedures are uploaded into our current into the SNOMED integration, then we will be able to see the procedures icon as well, where we will be able to see the body sites like this, and accordingly we will have the procedures corresponding to that body site. So let's look at the steps to upload the procedures into Bahmni. First of all, for the prerequisites, we have the steps mentioned here. So I'll open that link. Yeah. So this is the Git repository. From here, we will be cloning the SNOMED utilities into our system. In order to do so, I go to the code button and click on it. Here we can see that there is a HTTPS site, right, which we need to copy. So I click on the copy button. Okay, once I have done that, we'll open the terminal, right? Here we will clone this SNOMED utility into our system. So in order to clone the utilities, I'll type in the command git space clone space, and I'll paste the link. So as we can see, now this is done. So there is a SNOMED utility folder which is created. That can be checked when we come to the Finder. So here if I go to the computer, under users, so if we see here, there is a folder called SNOMED utility which has been created, right? Now once this is done, we'll click on this procedure folder. In this procedure folder, we have a README file with name readme.md, which will provide you the further steps to follow. So in order to upload the procedures, we'll have to follow install two things, which are node install node using nvm and install node.js on Mac. So these steps is performed only for the first time. For my system, it is already installed, and it is a very easily installed. So one can visit these links and get the nvm and the node.js installed. In our case, these two are already installed in the system. Now we will move to the next phase. So the next input is, we'll have to create a procedures CSV file in order to upload the procedures, right? So that can be done by opening any blank spreadsheet, right? Now if we see here, that spreadsheet needs to have two columns. One is the target code, the other is the body site categories. So we'll take these two columns names and put it in here. The next step, if we see here, the procedures that we want to upload. So we have to provide the SNOMED code for the procedure, and as well as the body site for that procedure. Now, how we can get certain procedure codes is by visiting the SNOMED CT browser. So I open a new tab, I type SNOMED CT browser. In this browser, we choose the international edition. Right. So let's say for procedures, I type in one of the procedure, let's say laparoscopy. Right. So I choose only the procedures. Right. We are able to see these many search results, right? So let's say we take the first one, laparotomy. Okay. I take the code and put it here. And for the body side, let's give abdomen. Right. Now let's take another surgery. Let's say the second one. Okay. I take the code, put it here, and give the same as abdomen. Right. So for our sample purpose, we have taken two procedures, target code, which is the SNOMED CT code, and provided the body site. Now let's save this procedure as a CSV file. So this CSV file has to be saved under the SNOMED utility that we have created. So once I do a save as, I give the name, let's say. For the location, so this SNOMED utility that we have created, I'll go under it. Under SNOMED utility, we have another folder called procedures. Under procedures, we have further folders, and in public folder, we will save this file as a CSV. So, comma separated values. So now this procedure CSV file is stored under that SNOMED utilities folder. Now, for our purpose, let's check that once. So under procedures, under public, we have this procedure CSV file. Now, let's follow the next steps. Right. So once this is done, so there are certain environment variables that we will have to configure in order to load the procedures. So in order to do so, I have the text editor of the Visual Studio Code. You can use any other text editor of your choice. So, okay, so I go to File, I do an open folder. So under Utilities, I open the procedures. So once I have done that, now if we see here, we have certain values that we'll have to provide here, which we can take it from this place, right? So the Bahmni server URL, right? So let's copy this and paste it. This Bahmni-instance.com, this will be replaced by the instance that we are going to upload this procedure to. So in our case, let's say we take the QA Bahmni-SNOMED.in, right? So this is our location or the demo site. So I'll copy this instance name, copy this URL instance name, come here and paste it. For the username and password, we provide the one which is mentioned. Once this is done, we will save it. We'll save the file. So once I have provided these values and saved it, let's follow the next steps. So the next step is to run these two commands from within the root folder. In our case, the root folder is nothing but our procedures folder. So in order to run this, we'll open the terminal tab again. So the procedures folder is under SNOMED utilities. So we'll go there first. So once we are under the procedures folder, let's run these commands. Okay. So we'll go to the second command. Now here, as soon as we give, we can see that there's a procedure which got uploaded into Bahmni system. Now let's verify that. I'll refresh this page. So this is our SNOMED enabled Bahmni. So I go to clinical, select one of the patients, come to consultation, under orders. Now we see that procedures here, and once we click here, we can see that under abdomen, we have these two procedures that we already uploaded. The same thing we can see in the OpenMRS as well. So if I open the OpenMRS and search for these, so let's say laparotomy. So if we see here, these two, we have it, right? So these procedures are now uploaded in Bahmni, right? And we also have the short name and the mapping of the same as relationship. It is the same code of this same SNOMED code that we saw here as well, right? Now, once the procedure is uploaded, the user will be able to select for that patient. So let's say user selects laparotomy here, okay, and click on save. So once the procedure is saved, the same will be available in the patient's dashboard as well. So if we see here the procedures, we have the laparotomy available here as well. Right. So in this way, we can see that the how Bahmni can use the SNOMED CT procedures with respect to a corresponding body site and record the patient or record or order the procedure for that particular patient. The advantage of using the SNOMED CT terms for procedures is, so let's say when the information of the patient is exchanged with other disparate EMRs, there will be no ambiguity with respect to the procedures that need to be done, since it is SNOMED CT enabled, which is coded concepts, right? So it will be a standard and will be easily recognized by any other EHR or any other health setup. So let's say there will not be any ambiguity with respect to what procedures need to be done for this patient, so that the health of that person is not put in danger. So this is how we can use the procedures feature in Bahmni. Also, I wanted to let you know that we can upload any number of SNOMED procedures with respect to the codes, right? So the one which we saw here, in this way, the user will be able to provide any number of procedures and upload the same and get it in the Bahmni application. So for example, let's say in this, I want to add another procedure with respect to any other body site, right? So let's search for any other bodies. Let's search for any other procedure. Let's say, so I selected cataract. I selected cataract surgery, right? So for cataract surgery, this is the code. I put the code here, and the body site for cataract is eye, right? So once I have provided this, I can go and save it again, right? Now, in order to upload this, what we'll have to do, we'll have to just run the last two commands from the terminal, from the SNOMED folder, from the procedures folder. So if I go to the terminal again, okay, right now we are under the procedures folder. So what we do is, I do npm install followed by npm start. Now if I go back to the consultation under the orders, and see, we get another body site of eye under which we have the cataract surgery. So this way, the user will be able to upload any number of procedures with respect to the body site. So this is all about the ordering of procedures from Bahmni application using the SNOMED CT ports. Thank you so much.